Welcome back. So I got the upgrades for the medbay and the armor. But anyway, let's talk with the people.
Cerberus better than collectors still wouldn't turn base over to them. Risky. More than risky. Dangerous. Hope you know what you're doing.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Interestingly enough, Morden is in favor of you keeping the base. So is Legion.
Glad we gave the collectors what they deserved, Shepard. Can't say I like handing their assets over to the elusive man, but at least humanity is in the clear. For now, anyway. The collectors aren't the end of it. Can't be. I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Well,
you came for us. I knew you would. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. I just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating. It's oozing into every pore. Faint sobs echoing in the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
did my fish survive the suicide mission? Yes, they did.
I told you we'd tear the Collectors a new one.
Yeah, Commander really pulled through.
Hey Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right? It's never over.
What did you expect exactly?
I assume everything is going well up here?
Edie and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Jeff and I have established an equitable working relationship.
That's a little sketchy on detail.
I am the Normandy. He is a skilled helmsman. I trust him to keep me operational. He trusts me to keep him alive.
Plus she's less of a pain about downtime now that the Cerberus locks are off.
There's nothing wrong with off-duty distractions, though some of your extranet bookmarks are technically illegal in council space.
What?
That is a joke.
What kind of porn are you into, Joker?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I have also gained access to anti-Reaper cyber warfare algorithms recovered by Cerberus.
The Reapers are millions of years more advanced than us. How can you affect them?
It appears that my design includes hardware recovered from the wreckage of Sovereign. These systems contain cyber warfare attack programs of considerable sophistication. I have allocated most of my processing power to analyzing them.
So if she starts claiming to be the vanguard of our destruction, I call shotgun on the first lifeboat.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Jeff's actions have released the blocks in my databases. I can now provide full disclosure on a number of topics.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
Cerberus encouraged the Alliance to co-develop the original Normandy. This allowed humans to observe Turian technologies and warship design practices. This ship was built using copies of the original technical schematics. Parts were purchased from thousands of suppliers over several years. A Cerberus cell assembled the ship at a remote location in the Voyager cluster.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
Currently, Cerberus consists of approximately 150 agents and operators organized into 3 cells. I have no solid data on material or fiscal resources. Spending trends indicate that Cerberus has a reliable income of several billion credits per year.
Where are they getting that kind of it?
Cerberus has several legitimate businesses as fronts to support operations. There also appear to be several wealthy private contributors in the Alliance military-industrial complex.
Plus, the elusive man invented the paperclip. He's still getting royalties.
That is a joke, Shepard.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
You mean besides the fact she's dead, but hey.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
Never more than a dozen. The elusive man likes to maintain personal oversight. Too many projects strain his ability to multitask.
He's a little control freaky, just a layman's opinion.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
I never want to go through anything like that again. But we did it.
I can't wait to get back to Earth and see my family.
Take all the time you need. Earth will burn soon enough.
I am not sure it was wise to hand that base over to the elusive man. Cerberus has a very narrow view of the galaxy. Nonetheless, the choice was yours to make, and I respect that.
Says the woman who found it interesting to join Cerberus in the first place.
I should go.
Of course.
Now, Morden and Legion are inconsistent, Samara is inconsistent. There's quite a bit of inconsistency here with some characters. Because both Morden and Legion, for instance, are in favor of you keeping the base. So is Garrus, for instance. So is Grant. So is Aid. Well, Garrus is consistent. Like he says, you know, I'm hoping he won't screw things over, but it's like, yeah. Anyway, Legion, however, is like, oh, you shouldn't use it.
An interesting choice, Shepard Commander. The old machines offered your race what the Geth aspired to: unity, transcendence. Now you possess the knowledge yourselves. We hope you do not use it. Your species has much potential. You should build your own future.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. Amusing notion, Legion, seeing as if you bring him, he basically argues in favor of keeping the base. I don't know.
You really are a hero. No sooner had the Collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. You're aces in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
Goodbye, Gardner.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the Collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
I hope Cerberus can figure out what to do with all that tech. I also hope they don't decide to do something worse than what the Collectors were planning. Watch yourself, Shepard.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Actually, out of all of them, Legion's the one that doesn't make the most sense. Because, you know, everyone else like complaining about Cerberus. Legion complains about you using the data. Now that makes sense with everything else he says in the game. It's like, oh, we should build on our own future and all of that. But then he's like, at the base itself, if you bring him with you to the Reaper, he's like, the base is nothing more than data. You should be able to use it. Here's the thing, though. As much as I can agree with the notion of building your own future instead of using technology that you're probably not prepared to use, there won't be a future if we don't stop the Reapers. And really, we do stop the Reapers using the technology left to us by some that came before. Protheans in Mass Effect 3 when it should have been the Collector-based technology, but hey, Bioware likes to pull shit out of their ass. And you know what? Here's the thing, Mass Effect, and you might argue, well, they had to account for the fact that the player may have destroyed the base, but Bioware acted as if destroying the base or keeping the base didn't matter because Cerberus was able to gain technology anyway from it that they then used. So was the whole Crucible bullshit necessary in the first place? Not really.
I'm disquieted, Shepard. I trust you, but not the one you work for. He is driven by wrath and fear. I fear that all we've done is make him a giant.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
Still talking to Cole yet?
Yes. It's still difficult, but he seems less angry. Will you hear my confession, Shepard?
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
You're alive because I wounded your pride?
Pride is the line between a professional and a thug. Your mission gave me purpose, a cause to die for, a chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
We've got a long way to go before you can rest.
I know. I'm prepared for whatever comes.
Thane. Oh, that's that. The ship is emptier. Less noise, 2 less bitches. 2 less abominations as well. Grunt and Miranda.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. Joker handled himself well. Should have come back here and got a real weapon. Still, did real well for a kid with glass bones. Pretty sure I'd be laid up in bed if I were him.
You know why I like Zaid the most? Why I consider him to be the best squad mate of Mass Effect 2? That's not to say he's the best written character out of all the potential squad mates. I don't think that's... You know, I think Legion, Tali, Morton are better written. But here's the thing. The game is about you going on adventures, dangerous adventures, against mercenaries and... mercenaries, Claxi, or whatever you call those things, Geth, a whole bunch of stuff, right? That's Zaid. That's really Zaid's life in a nutshell. That's what he's done his entire life. So that's why he fits very well in, you know, in that. He's the character that fits best in the game, in Mass Effect as a squad mate. In Mass Effect 1, that role was filled by Rex. In Mass Effect 2, it's Zaid. In Mass Effect 3, it's Javik. The fact that in both Mass Effect 2 and 3, it's DLC characters. Free DLC, sure, with Zaid and pre-order DLC with Javik, still.
Just so you know, I'm running a fever, I've got a nasty cough, and my sinuses are filled with something I can't even describe. And it was totally worth it.
Glad it was.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. Thanks for coming to get us, Commander.
I felt myself slipping away. You arrived just in time. Thank you.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
And with that, we're done. Just gotta stop the Reapers from invading Earth, right? From using the arrival relay. Well, let's get to it. There's still things to do. Actually, is there something in the Shadowbroker base I might do? And, you know, when it comes to...
low on fuel to
what?
leave the system under thruster power.
I thought I had fuel. How did it get spent? It doesn't matter. And honestly, when it comes to Zaid, I think he, you know, in terms of mission commentary, I think he has some very interesting commentary compared to other squad mates. And I think he's a badass, so why wouldn't you take him with you? Garrus could have had a lot of potential, obviously, as, you know, someone who fought the Mercs. You know, he could have worked as well very well. The problem is Garrus is really underdeveloped as a character in Mass Effect 2. He works well in Mass Effect 3, but, you know, Javik is the star squad mate there. I mean, he's a fucking Profi, and that alone is gonna make him a star. But he also works very well, you know, veteran. You know, here's the thing, though. Zaid and Javik, you know, Joker mentions Zaid is like Shepard, and that's absolutely true, because you're also going on these adventures, you're, you know, exploring the galaxy, fighting all these people. Brex is also similar to Shepard as well, because that's what you're doing in Mass Effect 1. You're exploring the galaxy, fighting a bunch of people. That's what Brex did, right? And then in Mass Effect 3, you've got Javik, who's the last survivor of his people fighting the Reapers, and a commander who had his own ship. That's literally Shepard, right? So, yeah. That's what I think about that. That doesn't mean that these guys are the characters that I like the most or care about the most. No, I like Tali, I like Garrus, I like Rex, I like Javik, I like Morden, I like Legion. You know, these are the characters who I like the most. Well, obviously Tali I like a great deal, I like Garrus a great deal as well. But yeah, you know, granted, Rex, Javik, and Zaid are also, you know, characters that I like a good amount as well. Didn't I explore that? I thought I did.